The New York Times has some interesting news on the election for us here. They say a new poll from Bloomberg Politics shows Hillary Clinton besting Trump among voters with annual household incomes of $100,000 or more by a margin of 46 to 42. In exit polls of 2012, Mitt Romney defeated Barack Obama among voters earning $100,000 and more by a 10-point margin, and no Democratic nominee has won that demographic since Bill Clinton's re-election in 1996. Before that, the party hadn't won the cohort for decades. So, in other words, what they're saying here is that statistically, the rich do not vote Democrat. They do not go for Democrats. They just don't do it. They just don't do it. Until Bill Clinton and now Hillary Clinton. They'll go Democratic for them. That's for sure. Now, to be fair to the Clintons here, it actually is the case that this is partly because people who are more educated, people who have higher incomes, over the years they have become much more socially liberal. And obviously the Democratic Party is way more socially liberal than the Republican Party. So that's one of the reasons why people who have higher incomes are now more open to the Democrats, and they think that the Republicans are just too draconian on many of the social issues. But yes, it also has to do with their money. It just does. It has to do with their money. Now, my contention is this. I want a Democratic Party that scares the ultra-rich. I do. I want a Democratic Party that makes mega-rich people feel like, ooh, we cannot rig the system in our favor and pass down all of our wealth to the next generation. Now, again, to be fair to Hillary Clinton, she recently released a new proposal on the estate tax, and it's really good, and it's strong. It's pretty progressive. It's modeled after Bernie Sanders' plan. So credit to her on that. But what rich people get from the Clintons is, okay, so what I get from this is you're not all that radical, if you will. So in other words, are they going to upend the healthcare system, and are they going to say, single payer, balls to the wall, let's do it, Medicare for all, baby, which may require some tax increases. It may require tax increases specifically on the rich. Nope, they're not going to do that. Are they going to go nuts like Bernie and say, you know what, universal college for everybody, or go full Jill Stein and say, universal college, and I'm going to wipe the debt slate clean, bitch? Are they going to do that? Are the Clintons going to, not work with the Republicans and not be overly kind to the rich? I mean, look, we all know what the Clintons are, and we all know what they do. They're all about corporate centrism. So if you're a rich person, you know that the Clintons, they're not going to raise your taxes immensely. It's just not going to happen. Now, look, even the neoliberals and the shitty corporate centrist Democrats are better than Republicans on these issues. Like, for example, Obama raised the top marginal rate to about 39%. That's what it was under Bill Clinton. And that's better than Bush was 35% and Ronald Reagan was 28%. So, yes, the neoliberals are still better and the corporatist centrist Democrats are still better. But bottom line is, the ultra-rich are not scared of this Democratic Party. You know who the ultra-rich were scared of? Bernie Sanders. I mean, that flavor of Democrat, an actual progressive, somebody who actually believes in social democracy, who wants, for example, our tax rates to more mirror, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Sweden. And Bernie doesn't even go that far, to be fair to him. He says a top marginal rate of 52%. Well, the rich look at that and they're like, no, that's too much. Not going to do it. Be cool. All right, let's go for the vanilla, moderate, centrist, corporatist, rich-loving, middle-of-the-road Democrat here, if you will. No, the Democratic Party I want is the party of the workers, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The party of unions, the party of the disenfranchised, the party of the poor. And what we're seeing now is there's a weird political realignment happening where people listen to Donald Trump. There are many who listen to Donald Trump and they go, oh, you're against TPP? Oh, you say you're not going to cut Medicare and Social Security? You mix that in with a little bit of bigotry and a little bit of xenophobia, and poor, downtrodden white America who've been left behind by globalization, they go, yummy in my tummy, that's who I'm going for. And the rich go, well, now we'll go for the Democrat. So this is not a thing that happens. The Republicans, it's tried and true, Republicans have always been the party of the rich. The conservatives have always been for the rich. Now the Democrats have become so right-wing that the rich are like, kind of like them better. And the poor are listening to a more populist Republican and they're going, kind of like him better. When it used to be the poor are Democratic, the rich are more Republican. So I don't like a lot of these shifts that are happening in this election because it's also upending the establishment narrative. It used to be the case the Democrats were just more anti-establishment. That's just how they are by their nature. They're more against the man. Hillary Clinton is the man. No pun intended. I know she's a woman. But she is the establishment. So now you have a Democratic Party that's more defending the establishment than going against the establishment. And if you're not portraying yourself as the outsider who's coming to shake things up, you're in trouble for the election. And that's another thing I fear. So now here we have it again, man. Only the Clintons can make rich people go, they're nice enough to us where we'll vote Democratic. Again, a lot of people get mad at me on the left when I say this, but I don't want you in my tent. I don't want a tent that's so big that it allows in the other party and it allows them to implement their philosophy. That's what this Democratic Party has become, a shadow of itself, a caricature of itself. We're so open-minded and so tolerant that we let Republicans in our party to implement their philosophy. Then what's the point of the Democratic Party anymore? At that point, there is no point for the Democratic Party.